All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to, I feel like I say this every time, but yet another special round of Discord Community Throwdown, But before we get to why this is really so special, let's talk about who we're casting with today, which is half of the reason at the very least. We got Andre here and we have Lee breaking into the casting scene and guys, tell us a little bit about what's going on. Tell us about why we got a little special situation today. And I just can't wait to hear your dulcet tones. Lay them on me.
Well, today we have some of Wawa's Bootcamp, two of their normal players, and filling in for the rest is two captains from Orange Trash and a captain from On Fire. So we're essentially playing captains against a team here.
And what is
Unfortunately,
the new dub for the team now?
the team is now called Wawa's Dumpster Fire because we've got Wawas, we got Trash, and we got Fire.
It's beautiful. I love it. It makes me happy in my very very deep core. And it's just I think 10 years from now we'll remember this day and say I remember being here.
Sink or swim. Sink or swim. We will see how the captains do today.
Uh, yeah, will this be some sort of prelude to the finals? Who knows? We'll see. We'll just have to find out.
I'm glad I'm not on this boat.
Anchors away, boys.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let our lovely casters for today take it away and sink into my fortress of silence and produce the heck out of this thing. So everybody enjoy and see you soon.
Lee, what's our first map tonight?
Well, we're going to be playing on the traditional King's Row. It's pretty much everyone's favourite map, and if it's not, you're wrong, because it should be.
King's Row is one of my favorites, and hopefully, once they get that payload unlocked, we can see a lot of pirate ship tonight.
Well, it'd be much better than any ship you're sailing, my dude.
Oh, my dude, they're going to be coming by the dozens.
Oh, also, what do we know about the Blue Rain team? Since these seem to be the newcomers on the block. We've not seen these names at all before, really.
The only name that I think I recognize is Redux, but everybody else, I've never seen any of these players before, and I didn't get a character sheet or anything because I mean, it was whatever. But man, looking at their profiles, looks like they're all between plat and diamond, and looks like they're really good role players. Looks like they're going to be a good team.
Good cohesive team. They're not relying too much on those mechanics, but they're relying on that team play. It's good to see, actually. We see a lot of plays here where it's a lot of mechanics, it's a lot of hero plays, but if we can see a team that works a lot more on the team play aspect, coordinated pushes, working on things like ultimate economy, I think it's going to make for a really interesting game. Hopefully, WBC are ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're looking to get into this now. So what do we know about the Wawa's Dumpster Fire players while we load into this? Since we've seen pretty much all of these players play at this point, right, Andre?
Oh, I'm not certain about that.
I'm pretty certain we've seen all of these players on the Wawa.
On the dumpster fire, yes sir, yes sir.
We've seen all of them play on their respective teams at this point.
Is Vix is a support man, yeah? Okay.
Yep. Vix and Uke Lover are both support mains, from what I remember.
Looks like we've got Mega Blocks on. What? Nope. On Hanzo. Nope.
He's thinking about it.
Nope.
He's thinking
on Symmetra. Oh.
Oh no! They put him on. They put him back on the Widow. So
I am very surprised to see Mac Almighty even select anybody other than Junkrat in these situations. I'd like to call him Captain Obvious as far as what heroes he likes to play.
Well, I mean, he's got a good, reliable core hero pool, and he's sticking to it. He's not trying to do anything he's not comfortable with, which is a pretty sensible idea in a tournament game. So what's he scrims for? Though it's pretty interesting to see the Bastion and some Metro Lock. I would hope that Blue Rain are kind of joking around here.
I wonder if they'll swap last minute. I would love to see Symmetra get some more play.
Yep, there's the swaps.
Yep.
There's the swaps.
I love it when we get teased. Are they gonna play this character? Are they gonna? Nope.
No. You got my hopes up. So what's really interesting though, we're seeing the new Symmetra changes, so we're going to see a lot more Symmetra play actually coming in the new patch.
Looks like the attacking team is using the Reinhardt Zarya combo. That Death Ball is really popular right now. Looks like Mega Block's already got one pick. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and refer to him as Captain America for the rest of this match.
Well, looks like they are running that traditional 2-2-2, except they are running a Brig in the DPS slot, and she can fill in that slot quite well. She can do quite a lot of DPS. She has a high pick potential with that shield bash melee whip shot combo. Okay, Blue Rain look to be rotating to point. Ooh, they've got a pick, however it's going to be rest by you. And they are just looking for an opening now, because they don't want to try and take this fight when WDF
We've got ourselves a 1-for-1. Nope, exiled great, takes out Captain America. That's very unfortunate to see him laying on the ground at that point. Looks like the attacking team might take this point.
It looks like whatever Wawa's Bootcamp has become did not really take on their advantage of point hold. They didn't really take on that Orisa Junkrat holding a corner strategy. They held high ground for a little too long and they got punished for it.
These guys move as a team really well. Blue Rain, they followed through the health pack room there, and Reinhardt's shield, just when you thought it was going to break, it lasted just long enough for them to make a push.
Yeah, they're definitely relying more on that teamwork than that mechanical skill per se, though the Hanzo, the Exile Grape on the Hanzo does seem to still have quite a mechanical backing to him. He was able to get the picks, but his team was able.
It looks like Incognito felt like he was in hot water on Orisa, so he's swapping over to what I feel like he knows best as Reinhardt.
Oh, and Medic just ate that dragon. No dragons for you today, sir. I am pretty sure he's playing on the Reinhardt for the mirror comp here. Reinhardt's very strong on this section of the map and towards the last section. He can get a lot of cleave damage in because of these tight corners and tight alleyways. I think it's more of a... I mean, we have been seeing that a lot more though. We do see a lot of Reinhardt on this map anyway, so I think...
Big scatter coming through. I'm sorry. Both tank goals coming out. But the dumpster fire is able to hold this ship in place. Anchors down, people. Anchors down, they say to the payload.
Can we get Andre a new name? Can we get him captain his ship? His only job is to make the ship puns these days. What the hell was that all?
Vix! Hit the wrong button at the wrong time. Vix, I'm not sure what happened there. Uh-oh, got another shatter? Looks like it.
Please committing to it. Incognito whiff, please committing to that ult.
Captain America flanking from behind. Nobody's paying attention to him. If you know... Oh, Exile playing up. If you don't pay attention to Mega Blocks, he will kill your entire team.
Yes, he will. They're waiting on the Mac Almighty hero play. He took out the Mercy. This is an opening for Dumpster Fire. Dumpster Fire can take this. Brig is one, Brig is down. This is looking pretty healthy for Dumpster Fire. Now they just need to commit to it. They lost Junkrat, but he's going to get res. Now, are they going to push into this, or are they going to wait for their Reinhardt? Their Reinhardt is not here, so they can push in. They have the numbers advantage now, so they should really be pushing this. Oh, Incognito.
Incognito, great charge.
Going for the suicide charge, the traditional mark of a Reinhardt main.
I like watching Blue Rain. They know they lost their main tank, and they immediately, as a team, they did such a wonderful job retreating out of that fight because they knew it was not going to work.
Yeah, and it works in their favor too, because their Zarya is still on a very high charge, so they can keep that charge up for the next fight, and then she can sustain even higher charge when she gets a little bit of damage thrown at her, like she just did now. She's pretty high. She's definitely going to pull out a lot of damage and have that grab up very quickly this fight. If they can't close this fight out quickly, that grab will be up for the next one to finish it off. And if they finish this fight, which they're not looking to do, unfortunately, but as you can see, that grab is pretty much ready for the next fight. Though unfortunately, she couldn't get out alive.
Again, it looks like the dumpster fire is pushing the ship backwards. It looks like Blue Rain knows that they could tell when things are sinking and know how to get back to solid ground.
Well, they haven't capsized just quite yet. They still have a good 1 minute 15 in them to get this ship to the next harbor. Massive fire strike from Incognito, hitting pretty much everyone.
Mega Bloks is lining up something sneaky here. He's behind him. Captain America, engage.
He's also there with the tactical crouch. Oh, he didn't hit the headshot. He's brought attention to himself. Zenyatta has turned on him. He's not being punished for this, though, surprisingly. And he wins the battle with Zenyatta, which was not too much of a surprise for a DPS. They should be winning that fight every time. Though they really do need to deal with Isaiah, because Isaiah is being left to do as she likes.
Mega Shatter coming out, but it only catches Incognito. He's getting charged away from the ship at this point, all the way across. Not a lot of support, but he does have the ulting Mercy to help him out and keep him alive there. Looks like Blue Rain's going to get disrupted just slightly.
And they're punishing Zaya, so that's Zaya grab gone and no charge to get it back up quickly this fight. So they are down a grab. They only
Dumpster
have...
Fire's pushing up. They know that they can hold them at this corner.
Yes, they can. Oh, a new development. Oh no, Shalco is shut down. No chance for a contest from him. And
Zenyatta's got to turn it.
Medic could have placed that ultimate close to the corner to punish the Lucio, but oh no, Zaya's been trapped. No.
And just a few meters shy from point 2, the dumpster fire of captains is able to hold Blue Rain's assault.
Switching sides.
Well, dumpster fire have held a pretty good hold on point 2, but that does not mean they have won just yet.
Yeah, you know, after the initial push, you know, it looked like Blue Rain was going to have just smooth sailing all the way across, but they definitely hit a rock in the boat on that second point, and very, very happy to see both teams playing really, really well.
I think it'd be pretty safe to say that Blue Rain capsized on point 2. Or did they run aground? Why not both? They run aground and then they capsized.
I love seeing the fair pick from Mac. He's just as consistent as the North Star, which is what most captains use to navigate.
Boat puns aside, though, that last round we had dedicated medic. She actually ate a grab too, which we didn't get to pick up on, but she ate a Hanzo Dragon and a grab at the very minimum. So dedicated medic is clearly a force to be reckoned when it comes to denying ultimates.
Now, medic, when medic plays, typically they're an off healer, right?
Medic is normally the off healer. Yeah, she's known for her frog, her Lucio. She's heavily favors her Lucio with some Zenyatta and the occasional. I would like to say the occasional Anna, but right now with Anna being Anna, she hasn't really seen much playtime. But definitely known for the frog. She's been known to wall ride around the map, though sometimes she may get a little bit lost.
It's impressive to see the off-tank work that she puts out. I mean, not a bad play.
No, she's definitely a flexible player. She has the game knowledge to back it up. Okay, so it looks like they're running. It looks like these two teams are running both on the Reinhardt Zarya mainstay with a Mercy, but Dumpster Fire are looking to engage a lot quicker with that Lucio. However,
This might be rough for Blue Rain. With the lack of a hit scan here, they're probably going to have a very difficult time with this Pharah.
Certainly, however, that Incognito wasted chat. Got a kill out of his charge, but they punished him for it. And now I think Dumpster Fire on cleanup crew. It looks like they have a numbers advantage, or if not, they will have very soon. Yes, they definitely have a numbers advantage here. So now they just need a little bit of focus fire into either that Reinhardt or into that Zenyatta, and the rest of the team will quickly fall. Okay, it looks like Blue Rain have conceded that point and are just looking to get a reset.
I know it just got picked off there, but I am very impressed with the Zenyatta play from Redux. He is doing a great job putting out pressure all over the map currently.
No, but Blue Rain have decided to not concede this point and give a little bit more ult charge to Dumpsterfire. So Dumpsterfire have now got a large ult bank to go into the next street stage. They have walls active, so
Blocks with a pick.
Oh no, as I was just saying, you're gonna have to watch for Mega Blocks getting those picks. However, Brig is punishing him for this, and Brig doesn't get to live for it.
This is a dangerous position for Blue Rain to be in, because the last thing you want is blocks with another pick. The last thing you want is to have this guy farming your spawn. He's just gonna clean the house. This is a very difficult position for these guys to be in right now.
Definitely so. They are playing right into his strength and allowing his mechanics to take over, and really not punishing him for his aggressive positioning or maybe his lack of teamwork. He does seem to play the lone wolf.
You may be able to blame the map for this because of how absolutely far away you spawn from that second node. Looks like Blue Rain pushing their way back up right now. They're gonna not have their mercy though.
Oh no, we have.
Oh, here comes the ult from Matt.
Oh no.
Got a couple people, but Redux.
This is looking pretty desperate for Blue Rain at this point. Dumpsterfire have a massive numbers advantage, and Blue Rain have no spawns coming in, with only Mercy on her way, and there's no chance of Blue Rain holding this.
It looks like the Captain Dumpsterfire is going to barge right in to that second node.
Well, we've seen a pretty convincing win from Dumpsterfire. The Dumpsterfire fires on through.
I hope this play is where they fat fingered. Oh, never mind.
No, we can only dream. Okay, she's trying. This is at the very end, and that was an interesting play of the game from the Overwatch system there. It would have been nice to see a little more of those ultimates being destroyed, or some of the bigger ultimates, some of the big
Duke was
shots.
one vote short from legendary status there.
And he's not happy about that.
I would not be happy about it either. I would drown in my sorrows. I've got a list of these here, Lee. I'm sorry.
So it looks like we are going into Ilios for the second map of the series today. So what do you expect to see from these teams on Ilios, Andre? Is there nothing, or?
I'm sorry, I had to type a message to Vix there. I missed it. What was the question?
What do you expect to see from these teams going into Ilios today? Are you expecting to see Dumpsterfire pulling out those mechanics again? Because Dumpsterfire seem to be relying quite heavily on the mechanics and less on their team play. Are you thinking that Blue Rain's teamwork will prevail, especially on that well map? Well will definitely be somewhere where teamwork and environmental kills will be able to help along. What do you think on this?
You know, the Dumpsterfire looks like they might have a really, really solid DPS setup for this particular map sequence with Mega Block's Captain America on Widow. All these maps are good. I think he does a great job on these maps. But Mac being able to swap between Junkrat and Pharah on these maps, I really like that player on these maps. We'll see how he turns out.
Yeah, these maps definitely favour the more projectile players with the tighter chokes and wider areas for Pharah and tighter chokes for Junkrat. They really do seem to favour the projectile players, whereas the DPS, the hit scan players, are more confined by the high walls, especially on well.
Looks like we're gonna get if we get these picks, Orisa Hog from both teams, just because it's so fun on this map to go halt and salt. It's absolutely awesome. Hopefully, players can stay above board and not get into this hole in the middle and sink.
Well, if they do, let's hope they have their life preservers on, because they're gonna need it. All right, so it looks like we're definitely running the Orisa Hog for the Orisa Hog Lucio on Dumpster Fire, but Blue Rain seems to be lacking the Lucio, which is quite strange on this map, especially for the pick potential. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two are going to differ in their playstyles with the difference in support.
Both teams running Fair Mercy. Let's see how this battle goes. I'm excited to see that. Oh, one's
Oh.
already down, and in a hole they go.
No chance for a resurrection there. So now, but it's straight back for Blue Rain's Zenyatta. The health pools are looking in Dumpster Fire's favour quite heavily here. We're looking at a quite convincing point control here. And Dumpster Fire do lock the point, but Blue Rain are not willing to give that up that easily.
Absolutely so much going on in the air and on the ground. This is a fun map to watch. Mac Almighty pushing his enemies back, but Exiled Grape looks like he's planning another course here.
Yeah, Exiled Grape definitely took Mac Almighty out in the first fight, but it doesn't look like Mac is too interested in that Fire v Fire battle. He's looking to pretty much ignore Exiled Grape and just go for the picks on the ground. He doesn't seem to care too much about aerial superiority, it seems.
And a fantastic series of rockets there. Oh, it takes Mac out of the air. Looks like Exiled Grape is just a projectile specialist. 2 times now he's knocked him out of the air and made Mac a fish out of the water.
But thankfully, Mega Bloks has picked up the slack and took out 2 with his pulse bomb, so Blue Rain are going to have to take a reset here, otherwise they're going to throw some more time down the drain. Alright, so it looks like Mac did get back in time for the next team fight. Oh, Exiled Grape is going for the back line for a double kill. And Mac Almighty gets taken out of the air instantly when he presses Q, so that's 2. That's an ultimate down the drain for Dumpster Fire with nothing to show for it.
The Dumpster Fire is coming back with both support ults. Hopefully that won't be all for naught.
But unfortunately, it looks... Well, unfortunately, it looks like Blue Rain do have the ultimate economy to their side, though. They have 4 ultimates up. They have Orisa coming up. Whereas Dumpster Fire only have Mercy and Lucio. However, Tracer's ult has come up, and it's still a fair trade at this point. Tracer could turn this around.
Oh, Lucio gets popped into the middle, but Vix has so much of a vibe that he's able to dance his way out of the center and not go into the black hole of the abyss.
Well, that's definitely good for him. We don't want Vix to be dying. Oh no, Escaped Grape has got another ultimate off, and he's took out Orisa this time. It's looking to be a pretty lost fight for Dumpster Fire here. So you could say that Dumpster Fires do not float.
I have to make one more comment about it because, all joking aside, Exiled Grape's tracking as a projectile specialist here is just fantastic. He's not doing a bad job, and Mac has been focusing on the enemy team a lot, and it's not that he's getting himself into trouble that way, it's just that that Exiled Grape is shooting so well at the enemy Pharah. I've never seen a Pharah on Pharah battle like this before, but it's absolutely fun to watch.
Yeah, Mackie's definitely getting punished for not paying any sort of attention to the Fire v Fire battle. Normally, if the enemy Fire is not landing those air shots, it's the better thing to do, or just to allow yourself to punish the enemy team. But in this scenario, they really can't afford it.
Looks like Mac's going around back. Maybe he's trying to rock the boat with the... Oh, no. That ult was about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. I'm very sorry, Mac.
Well, he didn't die for it though, so he can still prove himself out here. He can still do something with this.
Surprisingly, he is still alive. Picks off the Mercy.
Exiled Grape is getting his ultimate off. Oh, and he takes Medic out of mech into the black hole again. That hole has really been the ender of fights this game. But Vix is pulling out ultimate to contest at the very least. However, he's pretty low. Oh no, they didn't contest in time.
wonderful round from both teams. That was fast and exciting play from both sides, and it looks like Blue Rain takes a strong lead in our control series here.
I think it's definitely safe to say that dumpster fires do not float. So it looks like dumpster fire are changing over to a dive setup now with the Monkey Diva, with Zenyatta and Mercy. And they're really going to be relying on that first direct hit from either Farah or a body shot from Widow, preferably a headshot, but they're really going to be working on that to pick their dive targets.
It will be fun to watch the Death Ball versus Dive here, and it looks like Mega Block's trying to go straight and narrow against Exiled Grape on Hanzo here. This is going to be fun to watch.
He's definitely focusing on the team a bit more, though.
Scepter Fire completely overextends here, taking the fight to Blue Rain. Even before the point opens, this is intense.
It does look like Dumpster Fire pulled out an early lead, though. However, they don't have point control. Oh, and Mega Blux gets an early pick off on that Hanzo. This is going to turn quite favorably in Dumpster Fire.
There's a double kill.
One. This has turned quite quickly into Dumpster Fire's favor with the first pick from Mega Block, and then Mako Mountie just throwing out consistent damage into the enemy team. Let's see if they can hold it for the next fight, though. This is where Dive really weakens to holding points. They really essentially have to give away some ground to hold anything. However, it does look as if Blue Rain are looking to counter this with a dive setup of their own. However, they're running a Junkrat, which is an interesting choice when it comes to running dive, as the Junkrat's not really going to be able to help the main tanks too much. Let's see. Oh, and that's another pick from Mega Blux. They're really giving him too much room here.
It looks like Blue Rain has made the swap to dive to counter as much as they can. You know, I see a lot of teams on these control maps that are playing the dive tank combo, and it speeds games up so fast, and reactions have to be so quick and crisp. One mistake, one misplaced shot, one misplaced, and Mega Blox is going down.
They didn't really seem to play to the advantage, though, unfortunately. They didn't dive on that pushy backline. They spent too much time in the front line, but this fight just got a whole lot more interesting with team down one, with Blue Rain down a DPS and Dumpster Fire down a main tank. They're really going to have to pull out an ultimate from one of the teams here to close this fight out convincingly. Mega Blox mixed his hook, so he's going to get punished for that, and he gets taken out, so now it's in Blue Rain's favor, with Junkrat very low, but not quite being finished off. So really, we're going to need to see an ultimate from either team to finish something out here. And that's
These are very interesting dives to see from Shell Echo on Blue Rain. He has dove into some wonderful places so far, and keeps his team safe with a shield there. That is powerful. Very, very quick-minded play from him, for sure.
Definitely, but unfortunately, he couldn't quite get out of the bubble range in time, so he did take a good brunt of that damage. And now we now have Dumpster Fire on 99, so they may be looking just to take the reset here.
Both teams throwing caution to the winds, and ultimates are coming out like a frenzy here.
I think
Blue Rain looks like they're taking it.
They're definitely taking it. Dumpster Fire definitely wants to take a full reset here to patch up and hopefully get a drive push going on for an ultimate advantage, because right now there are no ultimates alive in the game. So we really need to see something from one of these teams to turn it in their favor.
You'll be able to see a replay of that on www.everyalt.com/Blue Rain versus Dumpster Fire.
Make it happen, PK. Make it happen. Alright, so it looks like we're really waiting on the Mac Almighty direct fire now, but they have swapped off to the Reinhardt, interestingly. Running Reinhardt with Diva, and Diva's lost mech, and Diva's lost her life. It's a very interesting choice to run a Diva with a Reinhardt now, especially with Diva not having that large GM as she used to. Zaya's really got the bigger advantage when it comes to enabling Reinhardt, and Reinhardt also enables Zaya, so it's really interesting to see. However, they aren't really taking advantage of the Reinhardt either, but Mega Blox has got that blade. That blade is going to be very scary for Blue Rain. However, he's really not been able to make anything of it.
Redux, there it is. I was wondering when that sound barrier was going to come out, especially after that blade. This is an absolute wonderful fight.
Oh, the tire is coming out, and with the tire out, that's 2 kills down. Medica's used her ultimate. She gets Redux out of it, punishes him for that sound barrier. And the trans comes out to save the team, and then oh no, the barrage gets cancelled. Fire v Fire battles are really showing up in Mac's favour this game. With just a Junkrat point to contest and Lucio coming in for the overtime, it's really not looking good for Blue Rain at all. And they don't.
It looks like this round is all but wrapped up. The Tracer on Exile won't be able to make it to the point to send it into further overtime. And it looks like we are tied up now on our control series here. 1-1. Mono and mono.
Going to the 3rd round, the separator from boys and men. We have Lighthouse. This is where you definitely see a little more Reinhardt than you do see that dive, with it being an enclosed point. It really doesn't give Winston the chance to do his job. So we'll be looking at a very interesting matchup between Incognito on the Reinhardt and Shaleko on the Winston. It's really interesting to see how these teams seem to fall apart a little bit when it comes to control. That advantage that Blue Rain started with their teamwork seems to have all but disappeared when it comes to these maps where you can play the mechanics a little bit heavier.
I would love listening to your commentary on tanks. I would call it Off the Hook.
I don't need another podcast series.
Mac Almighty taking a lot of pressure so far, but is able to get out of it. Looks like Winston diving all over the place. He's having a grand old time.
Yep, it pretty much Dumpster Fire walked onto that point, said this is now ours, and Blue Rain could do nothing about it. Running that dive into that Reinhardt was essentially a suicide mission. So they had to take the reset. So it really looks like Blue Rain are biding their time here until they see an opportunity to dive something. Oh, going around left. They're going to try and play the point advantage, which is a really strange thing to do when they're running that Winston. With the Junkrat, it does make sense, but with the Winston, it's really not. And the High Noon comes out. The High Noon is going to take Diva out of mech at the bare minimum. Diva's low, but she can't quite pick it. Oh no, she is finished off, and
Incognito gets a res. Looks like Tempest is getting a res off as well, but pays the price for it.
And that is a very, very
And
dead
they make
hands
Hanzo walk the plank.
Okay, so we're getting to the stage of the match where Blue Rain really need to consider changing if they're going to change anything, because if they don't change soon, they're not going to have time to build up an ult battery. So it looks like they're going to stick with this dive, so they're really committing to this dive playstyle. That hasn't worked for them so far. However, they did take Vix out of the equation pretty quickly this fight, but Shaleko did pay for that.
Oh,
That is
what a
huge
shatter! I think he got everybody, and Mega Blocks goes ahead and adds insult to injury. Well, the only dumpster fire ult left is Mercy. Looks like they've got their Mercy. It looks like they're swapping to Brigitte. Looks like they've got a Hanzo ult, and Redux will have a sound barrier very, very soon. It's good that they have Redux on Lucio. They might not have won a couple of team fights so far, but he's getting them back to the point very, very quick.
And they commit, they're going straight to the point again. However, they're forcing Dumpster Fire off the point with the ultimates. So now Dumpster Fire have a choice of, they really shouldn't need to commit with these ultimates they have available. They forced out a sound barrier, so they can commit on this now. They need to throw a Diva Bomb into that point and clear it off and cement that ultimate, cement that point controller. They're really good at holding here with this right now.
There goes the Diva Bomb, but Incognito gets his shield up, keeps his team a little safe. Let's see when he picks Mega Block doesn't get here. He got Redux.
The Lucio is gone, and this is looking pretty convincing for Dumpster Fire now. We just need to, they're on the cleanup. They're scrubbing the decks. And that is another Diva Bomb from Medic. That is 2 in 1 fight. However, Incognito...
And ulting Winston.
But he still gets shut down for it. Now Blue Rain are really just playing the contesting game to see if they can pull something out of the bag, but it's really not going their way. Now they have no ultimates in the bag that can really turn a point, and they cannot do it, unfortunately. The second match also goes to Dumpster Fire.
The dumpster fire, after a 1-0 deficit, comes back and says, "Come hell or high water, we are going to do everything we can to win this match."
Can you reverse sweep the deck of a boat? Because you can definitely say that Dumpster Fire reverse sweep that. Oh my god, that is a huge ultimate.
And this all brought to you by Incognito on Reinhardt. I feel like Zarya and Reinhardt might sometimes get dusted under the rug with all the hard work and effort that they do, putting out shatters that knock out whole teams or grabs that hold whole teams together, while a DPS gets to go ahead and sweep the floor with the rest of them. I'd like to give a major shout out, not just to Lee here, not just to PK here, but all my boys at Main Tank. You guys are the real MVPs.
Well, it ain't an easy job, but somebody's got to do it. So we are looking at going into Dorado for map 3 of this series. So, well, I hope we get to see some pirate ship here because, oh my, there's going to be a lot of puns.
Looks like they've got a sub coming in, Miniature Man. Looks like this is a DPS sub. Something fishy here for Blue Rain.
Oh no, we don't want anything fishy going on. We might have to get on them and make them walk the plank again.
Dorado, one of my favorite men.
Okay, so it looks like Blue Rain have swapped on a player in the form of Miniature Man. With Tempest being able to watch his team.
It looks like they have a DPS subbing in for a healer. I wonder what kind of shenanigans they're up to here.
Well, I think they're looking at, instead of running that brig they have been running in, they're definitely looking at running that more 2-2-2 style with an actual DPS instead of a brig. So let's see if WBC, or rather WDF, are ready to go.
I'm so sorry, PK.
There is no God where you are going, PK.
Let's sit here and listen to this.
Alright, so let's hope we see some pirate ship here, because then I'm gonna get jealous because I don't get to pull out my golden bastion gun. That was the second gun I bought.
So, a couple of reasons why I like Dorado. You've got a map that has so many choke points, but also so many other alternate routes for you to flank, and it's also wide open enough for some of your long-range characters to have a whale of a good time.
If I squint any harder at these puns, I might actually fall out. Okay. I might fall off my chair, rather. Alright, so it looks like Blue Rain are falling back to that dive playstyle again. It's really not worked out well for them so far in this map series. So, what do you think is keeping them on that? Do you think they've practiced that, they've scrimmed it too much, or?
I don't think it's lined up for him so far, but maybe I do feel like Shaleko has had some really wonderful moments on Wednesday, and that might let me look real quick. That might be one of the characters he feels best on.
I mean, maybe so, but I just don't think this comp is working too well for them, running into that incognito Reinhardt, who's really shown with his shatters and really just making that Winston's life quite hard. Even when that Winston managed to confirm a kill, he's getting punished for that, and they're trading 1-for-1 pretty much every time. And in that dive sort of scenario, losing your main tank is really the be-all and end-all of that fight. Once you lose him, it's pretty much over. So I really think they could advantage from maybe swapping into a Reinhardt, or even something, you know, a Reinhardt Junkrat to win that shield battle.
Yeah, it looks like the blue rain composition is one from the power meta from a few seasons ago that was so strong. Looks like they're going underneath to try to get around. Maybe they felt like Mega Bloks would be on a sniper, but this time he's not. He's on McCree, which is basically a sniper, I guess.
Not these days.
They got Mega Bloks quick.
This is pretty much the win condition for this team, so Dumpster Fire are going to have to back off here. They have lost both of their DPS. They have no real way to punish any of their off tanks or
and the
really punish
MVP
those
of
spots.
point one here, not a DPS, not a tank. It's going to be Redux, who sat back and did karate on top of the payload as it was moving. Good job, Redux.
Incognito is quite a fan of those suicide charges. He normally gets someone for it, but he does normally die for it too. So, oh no, they already have a blade. That blade gets shut down, but really that was a wasted blade. They had no reason to do that, but they let Mega Bloks go free, and Mega Bloks is going to punish the hell out of them. They did lose Mac Almighty on the Junkrat, but they have pretty much able to close out this fight. So it's really not looking good for Blue Rain here again on that dive comp.
Powerful first push, but they got, but the Dumpster Fire is able to make it back to the ship very rapidly to keep it from sinking.
Well, Blue Rain definitely seems to be sinking here, as they're relying too heavily on that comp from season 5 through season 9. They have not seemed to flex around with the new meta that is being stated by the Brig changes that are making. The Brig and the Hanzo changes that are really making Reinhardt comps a lot stronger now. But even with running
Got a tire coming in.
This tire's probably on to going to get Diva, but he is looking for someone else. He's looking for Mercy. He's definitely looking for Mercy, but he's just going to accept Diva mech and not even take Diva out of the mech. Diva is very low though, so he's not going to take much to finish her off. Looks like she's going to get away with it scot-free though. Oh no, they finally turned around and finished her off. With Medic's ultimate coming out, forcing the team behind the pick for a huge shot.
They ran behind the payload to get away from the Diva ult, but got shattered in the process by Incognito. What a wonderful play from the trashy captains. This is absolutely wonderful to see. You know, Lee, I want to make one more comment about the Blue Rain attack. Last time they went up and around the backhand side, and I've never seen a team do that. Completely caught me by surprise, and it looks like it caught the Dumpster Fire by surprise as well. That was fun to watch.
Did, but they had a plan ready. They knew they were going to play the fake Diva ult and then put a shatter into it that fight, and they played to it and it worked for them. Excellent plan on their team.
That Diva ult catches two, and oh, it looks like Miniature Man catches Incognito and finishes him off with a bomb.
But they seem to have closed out that fight. They lost point. Dumpster Fire lost point, so they're going to have to reset. There's not much they can do at this point other than wait. It's a waiting game. Bit like being on the high seas, I guess.
Looks like for the next push, the next team fight, we're going to see Miniature Man is now swapped to a Widow. I wonder how long it'll take Mega Bloks to swap to Widow. Looks like for this fight, we might have a Genji Blade come out. I'm interested to see how this works.
I mean, for me, Mac Almighty dies and then he's resurrected. He's probably not happy about that. With Mega Bloks being knocked far back, but not being knocked out of the fight, it looks like Dumpster Fire are going to shut this push down with no way for Blue Rain to really retaliate. And Mercy has been caught off guard. She almost died for that, but she got away.
In these times where it seems like the waters are so cool and so fresh and so
well, no cool water for you. They are using ultimates. This fight has truly commenced. They trade.
And I love it when a fight engages.
They trade, but you does not quite get the res off. He misses the ledge and doesn't get it off. However, it looks like Mac Almighty and Mega Bloks are able to make up for their losses and finish off that team.
There's the Mega Blocks. If we set a timer, it looked like it was about 2 minutes before he swapped to Widow to counter the other Widow. So if it was around 2 minutes, if you took bets, that was whoever got the closest to 2 minutes without going over is the winner.
Well, other than that, we haven't really seen too much Miniature Man. We have not seen any of those high-value picks. However, the Blade comes out. The Blade is focusing down the Mercy. And the Mercy gets punished for that. Incognito comes out with a big shout, but he has no charge to punish the Winston. So it looks like Blue Rain are going to close out this point with a final push. They didn't even have to commit many ultimates. They only have to commit 2 ultimates to that. And they have a massive ultimate bank to go into the 3rd point.
They were sending a Diva ult over the rails, and that is just going to take out 3 of the players from the dumpster fire and push them back even further so this boat can make it further down the river. Blue Rain doing everything that they can to just barge right in to this 3rd point. They've got Miniature Man holding down. It looks like he's... Oh, look at the Zenyatta.
Oh,
Medic sends back another triple kill to answer the triple kill from earlier. A nice tit for tat here.
That was a very clean fight from Dumpster Fire with only the Riptire really being wasted there. Medic's Diva Bombs this game, or rather this matchup, have really been quite consistently good, with only 1 or 2 not being used to their full advantage. And
there's so many walls to throw that Diva mech over. It's such a wonderful ult for this map specifically. It really is something.
With the monkey being trapped, he is very low. He's going to die for this. If he does not, I will be severely disappointed. I like seeing this monkey die. Not this monkey in particular. I just like seeing monkeys in this game die. And he does finally get punished for it. However, he got away with it for quite a lot longer than he should have.
Mega Bloks is an ultimate charging machine. I've never seen another player in DCT charge ultimates as fast as he does.
Yeah, he definitely...
He's just sitting there waiting on him. He knows that they're coming, but he's not going to overcommit.
No, he knows what he's doing when it comes to an individual. He definitely plays those heroes that allows him to cycle ultimates pretty much every team fight. Something like Widow and something like Tracer, where he can press Q pretty regularly. He's not one for waiting forever. They commit straight on the Zenyatta dies for it, and now they're going to punish the McCree. The McCree is going to die for that, and now they're pretty much going to be running the cleanup crew with that massive ultimate bank of 5 ultimates. However, Vix is taken down, so they have no chance to answer this Blade. And it looks like Blue Rain had coming back out of nowhere. Miniature Man loses his life to that Riptire. Yuki's caught out of position with only Medic to contest the point now. This is not looking good for Dumpster Fire.
Blue Rain may be able to push this with nothing more. There's the Zenyatta ult from Redux. They may be able to push their way through this fight with just that ult.
They very well may be able to. There goes the Diva Bomb. They have Shalaiko's ult up though, so that is a lot of...
Mega Bloks looking to flank. He got the Mercy. Probably going for Zenyatta next. Nope, going for Genji.
He's not even going to play the support game. He's just going to punish the other DPS at this point.
And the McCree ult value sucked up by the whole Winston shield that was there in front of the point. It looks to me like Blue Rain is getting pushed out of the point. Yes, sir. And it looks like this pirate ship made it almost all the way to its delivery point, but just short.
They appear to have dropped anchor in one town over to have a little... well, you're American. You can't have a tea break, but I can have a tea break. All right, so do you think we're going to see dive again on the defense from Blue Rain?
They were sticking to that calm.
Yeah, they seem to be stuck in their ways of dive. They don't seem to be ready to flex those two.
I really do like how much pressure they've been capable of putting out. You know, those tanks have been doing a wonderful job of getting to where they need to be, but the healing from the Dumpster Fire team has been something wonderful. They've been able to just sustain themselves, and the Dumpster Fire players haven't really been overcommitting, and they've been they've been playing defensively on high ground, so they've got a lot of places to jump away to, and that's been helping them get away from the dive really well. And that's something I like seeing from both teams, being able to play and respond to each other so well. These matches have been great so far.
Yeah, they've been pretty close up until the point where they weren't close, and Dumpster Fire decided they'd had enough of playing around and shut them out. Though, what I would really like to see is Blue Rain play that team advantage they have and play it on something other than dive. So dive is really good for building up that team communication. You see a lot of teams when you coach them, you see them build up that communication really well through dive and then kind of forget it when it comes to other team comps. If they kept that through into other team comps, such as Deathball or Quad Tank or even the prevalent 3-3 meta we're seeing coming through, they could really push that teamwork advantage and push even more pressure than what they are on dive. However, we are seeing Dumpster Fire even running some bastardized version of dive, so we're really looking to see an interesting matchup here.
The interesting pick here, I'm looking at Mega Blocks on Doomfist.
On the Doomfist.
I'm really interested to see what happens here. Looks like he's creeping around the corners, trying to go and, punch his way to victory here. This is going to be interesting to see.
Though I don't want to get his copyright strike, so I won't make the tune, but just...
He found it! Oh, and she got away.
Miniature Man is straight out of there. But Mega Blocks is thrown him and he gets punished for walking into the team. But Yuki's going to get that res off, and he should not have. So now Mega Blocks is back in the fray, and he takes out Mercy. And now he's looking for that Widow again. He does not want that Widow to live. And he has not let that Widow live at all. There really seems to be a bit of a Widow v Widow rivalry here, and he has not forgotten from last round. And he's not going to let this Mega Blocks on the Doomfist is really showing the enemy team that Doomfist is here, and he will show, and he will mess up your life if you let him. Really starting to go into the enemy backline now, really pushing towards this one. He does get punished for it,
with that uppercut. You could tell he felt like a fish in the bucket there. He definitely, dead in the bucket. I think I crossed my puns here, but you could definitely tell by the way he moved his mouse around. He knew with that uppercut he got himself into some trouble.
I think they were pretty much playing him as a distraction at that point to make sure that Blue Rain could definitely not put up any sort of resistance and they wouldn't be able to contest the point. They're looking to be, it looks like it's going to be smooth sailing for Dumpster Fire for a little bit longer, especially with Widowmaker going down. That's going to make it a lot harder to take that fire out of the sky.
Looks like the ult pull for Dumpster Fire is really, really gaining.
Yeah, they have pretty much everything up now, so this is a matter if they play up the ult, they're pretty much going to be an unstoppable force. So they are going to take out the Zenyatta this second, so now they are really playing the cleanup crew. They just need to help their Zenyatta. They don't quite get there in time. And now with that Zenyatta out of the question, they can't counter this Genji ultimate. So this is looking to be a lot closer.
Intraman was able to get away from a triple team, and their Genji, Exile Grape, has put out some hurt with that blade.
And Incognito Medic, the iconic duo of this game, they have put too much pressure on Miniature Man and he falls. Michael Mighty is going to be pressured by the Winston, which is an interesting choice for countering Pharahs, but if it works, you don't question it.
And he's got D.Va out of mech now. Looks like it might be smooth sailing to open up one of these ults from Mac Almighty. This might be a good time to do it.
With only Vix pushing the payload and acting as the main DPS right now. However, Vix is getting pressured by the D.Va. She's in need of assistance. It does come in time this time. And D.Va gets punished for trying to mech in front of the Zenyatta with a Discord. So now it's just looking to close up and maybe take out that Mercy before they go on the Winston. Mercy's gone. That Winston is fish out of water now, so he is very quickly losing his health pool. And it has gone, so it's going to be smooth sailing to point numero 3 here for Dumpster Fire.
Blue Rain is committing everything that they can to try to keep that payload as far back as possible. Even though they're completely staggered, they're doing everything they can, and it's noble efforts to see, and we'll see how it works here with both teams full. And Blue Rain has basically a full complement of ults for this next team fight. Any one of these that they would like to use would probably turn the tide.
Well, Mega Bloks is definitely looking for a pick on that McCree, and that McCree falls, so there is no high noon. Definitely not high noon for Blue Rain. So, however, he does get rest. With the Meteor Strike coming, he's looking for that McCree again, and he finds him. He is really punishing the McCree today. with a flurry of ults from each team. Blue
Mega
Rain
Block's able to smack an ulting Mercy from on top of the payload with a
Blue Rain.
wonderful punch. I bet he felt the wind in his hair on that one.
He did, and Blue Rain committed everything, but they could just not hold compared to Mega Bloks punching their Mercy out of the sky. That is an unfortunate loss for Blue Rain. They came very close to holding, but they just couldn't match the magnificence of Incognito, clearly, with this play of the game. This was a beautiful play of the game. This is a beautiful play. Let's just focus on that teamwork that went into that. They planned this out. They ran the Diva Bomb. They knew what they were doing. They put the Diva Bomb exactly there to force the enemy team into a line. Perfect placement by Medic into a perfect shatter by Incognito to just close out that team fight and hold the point for another 30 seconds.
Nice to be appreciated.
You finally getting all of the votes to be the legendary player that they are. We love you. We all love you.
We all love the dumpster fire here at DCT. So we are looking onto the. This is a one series for dumpster fire. However, we are going to be playing the final map in the series. So we are looking at Temple of Anubis. We are looking at Temple of
Anubis. I love it. I love the Temple of Anubis. I hope I see some great Widow play here.
Yeah, this is definitely a mainstay map for the Widowmaker plays. So we are going to be looking at Mega Bloks on that bridge on the attack. And we're going to be seeing maybe Miniature Man trying to counter him playing on the back platform. But Miniature Man has not had much luck really dealing with Mega Bloks today. He's really struggled to match his mechanical skill at all.
Lee, I hate to say this, but they're calling for you. Oh, you've got joke.
As much as I'd love to, I don't think it's going to happen today. Though I think Vix would like me to not murder her for a change and maybe murder somebody while I'm on her team. Looks like we're actually going to go in for a 2-minute break here in between rounds to make sure everybody's good before we start.
Looks like we lost one. Hopefully he's back soon. PK, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Maybe less. All right, PK, I'm back. Have you heard from Lee? Do we have any idea if Lee's okay? He's not in another channel right now. Is that you, Lee? It's Lee. Welcome back, Lee. You know, I felt like I was lonely on a deserted island there. I felt like my team had marooned me. I felt like I'm gonna stop.
What will we do without your puns, Andre? All right, let's look to get into this next game. Let's hope that everybody is ready to go. And I can see the sun. This is not good. Alright, well, is Blue Rain ready? Let's hope Blue Rain are. Well, looks like Blue Rain are ready finally. I thought they may have died.
Wawa's dumpster fire rises. Medic is going to go ahead and team up with Christopher Nolan and make the next Batman / Captain / hero film that has a lot of dark and ominous tones throughout most of the fight scene.
I'm Wawa.
And here we go on Anubis, one of my favorite maps.
Okay, looks like we have WBC defending first, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for a full lockout on the point A hold.
Lee, what's the score right now?
In DCT score or in
DCT.
DCT, well, we're looking at 4-2, 4-2, and 4-2. So, 12-6. 12-6 to dumpster fire.
Okay.
So we're looking at a pretty good score differential, but, you know, Blue Rain have been holding pretty well. They've been playing pretty well, so, you know, they have been getting some points to, you know, show off that. They are not getting face rolled. These are good, close games. So we're really looking at a, not two quite evenly matched teams, but two teams that can at least step toe-to-toe, if not on a perfectly equal setting.
It is interesting to see Mega Blocks on Hanzo on defense here. We'll see how that works out. But Mac Almighty, with Captain Obvious, once again on Junkrat, doing what he knows best, bouncing tennis balls off of walls here.
If we have Captain America and we have Captain Obvious, who will be Captain Marvel here, since there's a lot of hype around that? Is that going to be Vix? We're going to have Vix on the Captain Marvel?
I think I'm going to make Vix Captain Janeway.
Janeway? Who is Captain Janeway for the uninitiated? Not saying that would be me.
And I think for our tanks, Medic and Incognito, that would be Captain Picard and Captain Kirk, respectively.
The two tanks definitely do pair up pretty well here.
Miniature with a pick on Mega Blocks, he's almost got free shots here and into the point. Not a lot of pressure.
He does have Vix on him though. Vix is not letting him get away with that for free, and that half health pool on Miniature Man is from Vix hitting him, so he needs to be careful. And Dumpster Fire are not letting them get away with this. Dumpster Fire are they really seem to like the reverse sweep. They like to give us a tease that, oh, maybe we'll lose point, and then they just deny it outright.
It was a wonderful attack from Blue Rain, but an interesting defense from the Dumpster Fire, as they were able to utilize the mobility and to keep the node spun and to not overcommit to a team fight and to isolate people that they knew that they could kill. Here comes a Junkrat tire. Mac Almighty is firing at it, and he's gonna get Medic and
Mac Almighty better not have killed Medic.
got the Mercy.
He got the Mercy, and Exile Great got the Medic. You know, I don't think we're looking into doing some team killing scenarios here. We have the Mega Block v Miniature Man matchup here. They're looking for each other. They are trying to match on Tinder. Nobody's quite tried it though, and Mega Blocks gets taken the hell out. And Miniature Man is again free to.
Dumpster Fire's losing players here. This might be a turn that Blue Rain needed to spin this node all the way through.
Yep, that is a point one for Blue Rain, and if Dumpster Fire try and hold this, I'll truly be surprised.
Mega Block making a swap over. Incognito making a swap over to Tracer and Reinhardt. Let's see if that helps hold this boat together as the captains try to set up their defense on number 2. But you get picked off by Miniature Man.
And there's no res coming for the Mercy, so we are looking at a full commit from Blue Rain, and they're looking to take both points. And
Shileko and Angry Monkey punching people back into the point, punching back people into the spawn.
And Medic gets taken out. Miniature Man is really coming into his own on this map. And with only Vix and Mega Blocks and Yuke to hold.
Got a tire coming in. We've got 2 ultings and Yadas, and the tire is able to take out 2. Both of the supports from the dumpster fire are now down. They've got to play very defensively in this situation.
Mac was just wasting time there. He didn't even get a kill out of them. He was just stopping them from capping point. So now they are just looking. Dumpster Fire really just seem to be looking for the contest time instead of for a retake. They're really struggling to get much of anything in damage done. However, Redux has fallen. Medic will fall straight after that.
Blue Rain with a very dominating performance here so far, but somehow Exiled Grape with another tire coming through, getting Uke again, and Blue Rain spinning this node as hard as they can, trying to get these guys down as they trickle in, and they are able to, with 4 minutes and 11 seconds, they're able to make sure that they secured the second payload point, the second contest point, the second point on the Temple of Anubis as the attacking team.
With quite a lot of spare time as well. This is not a very close round. They had a lot of time to spare, so it's looking to going to be an uphill battle, or rather an upstream battle for Dumpster Fire to hold this point, to take these points.
Lee, what's your favorite direction to go when you attack? Say you're the attacking team here, and you're going to be you're the captain of your ship, and you're going to be driving through the waterways here. Which way do you like to go? You like to go left? You like to go right? You like to go right down the middle? Like, what do you like to do?
Well, I was actually invited on to Omnic Lab, one of the big podcasts this week, to talk about pretty much this, and we talked about the new meta. And honestly, in this new 3-3 or quad tank meta, I am a fan of just pressing that Lucio and just walking straight to point and playing that meatball strategy.
Interesting. That the meat grinder strategy?
Meatball strategy. So we don't play that Reaper. We just play tank and tank and tank. At least 3 tanks, if not 4 tanks. And we play a Lucio and then a Mercy, and we just walk to point, just take the point off them and force them to fight into. Because I'm one to just force them to fight a tank battle, because nobody's ever prepared for a tank battle. And in that scenario, you will win.
It's an awful lot of health for DPS to try to chew through, that's for sure.
And to counter it, you really do need to play a bit of a range battle, and if you're not prepared for it, you're not going to be able to do so.
Do you see where Blue Rain is set up right now, ready to pounce on somebody? Ooh, this is going to be fun to see.
However, that is not really the best place to dive off of, so I'll be surprised if it goes well.
This is going to be fun to watch. Oh man. Shileko is going to pick a target, and Dee's going to follow up. This is going to be beautiful. And it looks like Exiled Grape is posted up on the other side. These guys are up on high ground. They might not... The attacking team of Pirates here might not even know.
Mega Boss is taken out, and at this point, Dumpster Fire just seems to be trying to punish should be looking to punish Redux. Redux is going to be punished for this. He is about to fall, and he falls. However, the Medic is falling in return, so they are really just relying on this Incognito here. Incognito is really carrying the team on his back. However, that charge did not put him in a good spot, and he has died. So now the Dumpster Fire are going to be looking to reset. This is a map where Blue Rain's high amount of team coordination is really going to come into its own. 2 CP and or assault maps, if you want the technical term, are the kind of maps where team play really does conquer over that sort of mechanical play. Yes, you can rely on the picks, but picks are really inconsistent on this sort of map. And with the team fight initiating, we're really seeing that they're not looking for picks, they're looking at that team play. And the team play on Blue Rain is just much stronger today than it is for Dumpster Fire. However, Incognito is a machine when it comes to Reinhardt, and he is showing Blue Rain what for. Shutting down pretty much the entire team, and now he's just looking for the cleanup crew on the Mercy and the Zenyatta. Trying to punish that Mercy for the testing point, and now he's going to try and save himself from the bomb, and he does not quite face the right way in time. This man is going to fall. Now, hopefully the rest of the Dumpsfire can clean up, but it's not looking good for them.
The Diva mech is hard to track sometimes when the player shoots it straight up into the air, and it looks like we've got Redux again spinning a node with his ult. And this has been a fantastic fight on point number 1. Another Diva ult coming in. That's going to clear out a couple of players.
It takes out the mech, so that's nice.
Not a lot of pressure happening on Miniature Man right now. He's able to just fire away at the enemy team, but it seems like the captains aren't really concerned about it just yet because they haven't dove right on top of him yet. You saw a couple of times where Mega Bloks was trying to sneak in, and you know the Blue Rain players were able to kind of stave off that attack. But we'll see what happens here. Looks like Blue Rain's posted up again on that windowsill next to the Winston's got his banana up there, and looks like he's gonna dive on top of him from behind again. We've got another tire coming in.
Dumpsfire really need to be careful. They do not have many pushes left from this point. If they don't do something soon, they're not going to get a chance to do it again. They have one good push left after this with Medic being chased down Shaleko. And that's a big
Ooh, a nice grab. Has him off point mostly. And they took out Redux early and eliminated the potential of him. He doesn't have his ult right now, but he probably would have for that team fight. Miniature Man left as a lone man standing, trying to hold that node. It looks like the Dumpster Fire captains will take node number 1. 4 minutes and 44 seconds until they are able to attack number 2.
Yeah, they only had 45 seconds left on the clock when they captured that point. They really did it in the nick of time, and Incognito is not messing around committing to this fight with that charge. So now we're looking at a 5v6 on the side of Blue Rain. That is now a 4v6 with an ultimate going down, but nothing to turn of it. Mega Bloks ulting, getting out 2 ultimates from Blue Rain, not to turn the ultimate advantage.
Here's a Diva to Diva transition on ults here. Neither one gets a lot of value, but they do clear the node.
That was not a good decision from Dumpsfire there. They should have taken whatever ultimate advantage they had and kept that instead of committing 4 ultimates to a lost fight. It's unfortunate for them, but they did manage to get 2 ultimates out of Blue Rain. 3 with the looks of it, actually. They do no longer have the Mercy ultimate. So that was not
a long ways away from having any ults as well. And with Exiled Grape, looks like he's posted up on top left. If he is able to take out a few of these players with a tire, that's going to really set this team back a little bit. And here comes the tire. We'll see which way it's coming from.
He's definitely looking for that front line, but he finds Medic, and Medic falls. And with no Mercy, there is not much they can do to finish that up, so they're going to have to leave.
And we know that Medic is tired of Junkrat on the enemy team. I'm sorry, that was a bad.
Well, maybe she can captain the ship in a different direction next fight.
Blue Rain's able to stave off another attack from the Pirates and is able to reset. They've got Shaleko with another ult, and Medic has his ult ready, but we'll see. We'll see where he decides to sound barrier and pump up some jams for us.
She's definitely going to be looking for that ultimate, probably towards the commit side to make sure they get value out of it, but she may even have to use it to save the team from a Diva Bomb or something along the lines of that, or a Junkrat tire. Junkrat is already looking at half his ultimate.
Mega Bloks made a swap. Now they're stuck with a triple tank. Oh, he got that Winston right out of air.
4 tanks for the dumpster fire.
There's the sound barrier. And here comes another tire from Exiled Grape. And he picks off 2 people. That is a fantastic set of tires from Exiled Grape, doing a wonderful job. He might have died, but he still pushed them away from the point.
Dumpster fire did manage to take out 1 person and a mech, but unfortunately it was a little too late. They needed that at the start of the fight. Now at the end, Mega Bloks is finishing off that Winston and then dying for it, unfortunately. So they're really looking at having to take a full reset again here.
We're about at the 2-minute warning here, and it looks like currently Mega Bloks' hit percentage on hook accuracy is 100%, and that's got to feel good as a Widow player to have a triple digits in your hit percentage. That's got to feel pretty good.
Must feel amazing, man. And really with this ultimate bank, it's not looking good for Dumpster Fire. with the early Diva Bomb going in, that's pretty big with no mercy to Redzy. They need to take a reset yet again.
Matt wasn't quite able to get behind that shield, and they were all stacked up. Incognito with a nice charge on the ulting Winston, but only able to stave him off to try to get his teammates safe, but he does pay the price for it. Blue Rain mounting a nice defense here. These guys have been playing from the high ground, jumping on top of people's heads. They've been. This is a wonderful map to do that as well. I've never seen a team go to so many different points and so many different high grounds and jump on somebody's head before. It's been wonderful to see.
These are places we don't see utilized very often. They're normally not utilized for their. They're very hard to use. They're very small, so it's hard to get a team up there. But Blue Rain, with their teamwork, are really abusing this, and it's what I was hoping to see from the beginning from Blue Rain, abusing that teamwork they can do, that we know they have, because this is a more stable team than Dumpster Fire. So
here we are. We're down to the 45-second mark. Miniature Man has burned his ult so he can see where everybody is and shows his team. We are going to have an ult frenzy here. Here comes Exiled Grape with another tire.
And a
nice grab, but the Zenyatta answers with his ult. The Diva ult might take out. Nope.
There's nobody there to take out, unfortunately. It looks like it's going to be another hard reset for Dumpster Fire with not much time left on the clock. They will have to do one stagger.
Yuke needs to get out of there. Yuke needs to. Nope. Yuke's not going to make it.
He's on the high ground. Oh, he gave it up for some safety, but it looks like this game is going to go over to... Oh no, the shatter was cancelled by a boo. One day Reinhardt Mains will rejoice in that being fixed, but it looks like it's going to go to Blue Rain.
Blue Rain taking round number 4 and leaving the final match score at Lee. With the final?
We are looking at a 14-10 score, I believe we are looking at today. Yes, we are looking at a 14-10 score to Dumpster Fire. Dumpster Fire do win the series, winning 3 out of the 4 maps we have, and showing that with the 4-point advantage that they have in the scoring.
It's nice.
So it looks like, but it does look like on 2CP, Blue Rain were really able to pull out that teamwork advantage they have. Any closing thoughts, Andre?
You know, tonight's matches were high octane, and I hope I can use the word octane with all the captain puns that I've made tonight. But they were fun. They were fast paced. The picks were quick. The fights on the point were intense. You know, both teams wanted to just barge right in, but they've got to make sure that they don't isolate themselves. And a lot of players tonight found themselves in some hot water and ended up in some sticky situations. Multiple times tonight, I feel like the Blue Rain players fought so well as a team and were able to command the payload, for example. But they got stuck a couple of times like a cork in the ocean, and they weren't able to swim their way out of the captain assault.
Yeah, I mean, the last map really did show that Blue Rain were taking the lead when it comes to teamwork. They were really able to take advantage of that dive, but where in games where mechanics were able to shine a little bit more, and that's the other 3 maps we had where mechanics could really pull up a team by its bootstraps, we saw that Dumpster Fire were able to play that mechanical advantage, and they did. And that's why they took the series, because even though they may lack on the teamwork at times, they really can pull out the mechanical skill and just do some raw hero plays. And Blue Rain, as much as they have their teamwork, they weren't able to match the mechanical skill, and that's why they lost the first 3. In the final map, where mechanical skill is kind of neutralized by the 2CP, and teamwork is much more emphasized, that's where they were finally able to take a map, in spite of losing the last 3. They clearly never gave up, and they deserve to take the final map.
Is the final score 13-10?
14-10, and
The final score for this should be 14-10. So we have the first for WBC. For Dumpster Fire, we have 4-4-4 for the first 3 victories, and then we have 2 for taking first point on Temple of Anubis. So we're looking at 4, 8, 12, 14 for WBC, and then we're looking at 2-2-2 for the taking a point but not winning, and then 4, so we're looking at 4, 6, 8, 10 for the Blue Rain side of things.
And that has been math with Lee. All right, well, everybody. I think that was awesome. I think we really ended
Okay,
up
so
with
I think
a.
that wraps us up for DCT
Am I
Dumpster
like
Fire, or
muted?
more
Oh, I
officially known
am
as Wawa as
muted.
Bootcamp, versus
Oh, that's
Blue
hilarious.
Rain, although nobody seems to be playing their full roster today, so it was an interesting match to play, and let's hope we see both teams in the finals.
Totally forgot I was muted. All right. Yeah, no, that was good stuff, guys. I enjoyed all the puns. I
How
enjoyed all
many
the
times
love.
did you cringe? Did you cringe? Did you
Oh,
cringe?
multiple times, but they were good cringes. But no, that was good stuff, and happy to have a very special round of casting. I think we hit more puns than all other matches combined.
Sweet.
All right. Well,
These guys asked if they could play another game, and I told them, I said, I'm not gonna. They're not gonna get
they
any
can.
points.
I
from
gotta
me.
roll, but they can do it.
Alright, so it's been fun. See you guys later, because I need to hit bed because it's 3:40 a.m.
Indeed. All right. Later, guys.
Later.